This is overwater analysis of Alina's butterfly. So one thing we really like to see Alina do is really focus on making sure that she explodes out a little bit further on the blocks. Right now her trajectory is pretty close to straight into the water. She can gain a little bit more distance off of the wall. Alina has very good butterfly technique. As we see, she does an excellent job of pressing the T every time she takes a stroke. So what we mean by that is that there's a T that forms between your shoulders and spine. And Alina does a very good job of, when she takes a breath and when she takes a stroke, of pressing this T down and forcing her head down before her hands enter the water. And this forces her hips back up and allows her to stay very high in the water and very streamlined. She has very natural hips and very straight-legged kick, which is excellent. She has good shoulder flexibility. We see she can get her arms out of the water with relative ease. This is an excellent turn. We want to make sure we go slightly less to the side out of this turn. We want to keep our eyes on that wall and go straight back, and then we can roll over onto our side as we kick. Alina knows exactly how many strokes she's going to, how many dolphin kicks she'll take off of the wall. Additionally, we can see, especially as Alina starts to get tired here later in the 25, that she comes unnecessarily high out of the water. As a result, she gets a little vertical, and that forces her hips down, which also, in turn, creates resistance for her towards her forward momentum. In spite of this mild inefficiency, she still swims with considerable power and is able to finish races strong. This is underwater analysis of Alina's butterfly. So we can see Alina needs to tighten her hands up a little bit on that streamline. We don't want to let those thumbs sneak apart. Keeping those hands together is going to allow us to maintain more momentum off of the wall. So as we can see here, she does an excellent job of pressing the T. And what that does is it forces our hands through the early part of that catch and keeps our hips very high in the water. Alina swims butterfly very efficiently, with minimum knee bend, a lot of hip drive, and using that T to really force herself to keep her hips and body position high. She has very natural butterfly skills and will continue to improve as she gets stronger and more flexible. One thing we really need to focus on is making sure we use the appropriate number of dolphin kicks off the wall and we keep that streamline tight. Even as she gets tired, the further on we get in the race, she still does an excellent job of pressing the T, which forces her to keep her hips up and keep her body very streamlined on top of the water. This is a very excellent butterfly that we're seeing here.